Shalom Aleichem, everyone. We're continuing Hachzeik's learning of the Pele Yoetz. Today is day number 139. Zois Chanukah, the final day in the Yom Tov of Chanukah. We know that it was a Yom Tov of Torah versus Greek way of life and ideologies and culture and the like. And we are learning today about the power of Torah and the learning of Torah, which is very apropos for the end of this glorious, beautiful Yom Tov. The title of this chapter is Gullus, is exile, and it's not what you think. Rabbi Chazal teach us, you should be goyle, you should exile yourself to a makom, a place that is replete and is filled, pulsating with Torah. Our sages teach us in truth, mitzvah ala adam sheyada b'makom avosav. It's true that there's a mitzvah to live in the place where your father is. However, like a bird that is able to go and travel from its nest, a person should be able to travel from his place. It's impossible that a person should not be able to uproot himself if necessary. If he's already settled in a place and things are fine, then let him stay. However, but if he sees that he must uproot his dwelling place and go someplace else, Chazal say, someone is embarrassed in this certain place, he's lacking in this particular place, let him go somewhere else. You don't have what you need over here, pick yourself up and move. Now, what are you looking for? But when you have to move to another city, you go to a place that is filled with Torah. Because then you are promised, you're guaranteed. It's like an insurance. Your children will become Talmidei Chachamim. You'll learn the proper ways of what it means to be a Jew. And you and your family will go in the derech tovim in a good way, because you are around Torah, you're around Talmidei Chachamim, you're around the yeshivas, you're in the right place. They say even that it's better to be a cook in the yeshiva than to be a lawyer, to be a big doctor somewhere out there in the world. Just the kedusha and the ruach that you're going to get from the bachim, from the yeshiva, from the walls of the yeshiva, even in the kitchen, is going to influence and inspire and impact a person. The Yafama Rabbi Yosi ben Kisma, like Rabbi Yosi ben Kisma said so beautifully, even if you would give me all the money in the world, I would never live anywhere except in a place where there is Torah. Don't put me in a city where I can have a big house and live a life of luxury and have everything that I need. But if there's no Torah, then it's not worth it. If I could be a place where there's Torah, I could learn even one thing, that's enough. Learning even one thing of Torah changes my life. So to someone who wants to merit the crown of Torah, he can't find it in his place. There's no one to learn from. The father should send him elsewhere. Or the boy himself should go to a city of Chachamim. And the scribes and Talmidei Chachamim that were able to learn and teach him Torah. Don't worry about the effort that it will take to travel there. Don't worry about being distanced from your family. And it's not how much money it's going to cost. It's all nothing compared to the good. If you will be zeicha, you will merit to have the crown of Torah. It's worth it all, because you're getting the greatest crown in the world. Even if you have a Talmid Chacham in your city, sometimes it's still easier for you to learn from in another city. Tosfos writes in the Gemara, this was the minhag, the custom of the earlier ones, those that lived in Eretz Yisrael, Even though that they were in Eretz Yisrael, the greatest place in the world, nevertheless, they would travel to Bavel, to Babylonia, so they would be able to just sit without tirda, without any pressures or anything that maybe they had it back at home in Eretz Yisrael, and they were able to learn Torah even better over there. Rabbi, our sages teach us on the pasuk. The pasuk says, the Torah is not in the heavens. And if it was, you'd have to go you'd have to take a rocket ship up to Shemaim and go get the Torah. It's not across the seas. You have to jump on a ship and go all the way across the ocean to get the Torah. How wonderful it is if a person is zeicha to be the children and the descendants of Bnei Torah, those that are truly connected to the Torah. They are willing to sell their clothing and send their children, the Mokam Torah, to a place where they'll be able to learn better. They'll send them to the end of the world. They'll send them to Mars. Elon Musk, he'll take him on his spaceship up to Mars to go learn Torah. That's where he's going to learn the best. That's what a Ben Torah father is willing to do for his child, so he can get the Kisra Shel Torah, the Keser, the crown of the Torah. One of the way in which a person will be zeicha to acquire Torah is specifically through the exile, moving around, the tiltum, going back and forth, bouncing around. That there's Gimel Devarim Nikdim Yisur, the three things in the world that are acquired with Yisur and with suffering. One of them is Torah. That's why it says, go and learn. You have to go. You have to go. You have to travel. You have to work. You have to be on the road. You have to go. Now, everything that we just mentioned all depends on what kind of a person you are. In our generation, this is Pele Yoetz 100 and something years ago, Allah has come all the more so right now. If you have a person to learn from in your city where you are, in your place, be yishuv, and you can do it peacefully. Better that you should not leave your place. So the father's eyes will be able to watch over his children. Dangerous world out there. We need the protection and the love and concern of our parents watching over us. If he's married, he'll live by his wife, but he should not go elsewhere if he doesn't need to go elsewhere. And that's what Pele Yoetz is saying in his generation. So all the more so in our generation, we don't have to send our kids away to yeshivas that are on the other side of the country if it's not necessary, because if you have learning where you are and the kid's going to be at home and you're going to be able to watch over them and care for them and be there for them and help them through their adolescent years and the like, keep them around. It's a good idea, says the Pele Yoetz. In the olden days, this is the way that they did it because maybe there was no other choice and people were much tougher. They had more resolve back then. But nowadays, let's take care of our kids in the right way. Let's try to find the best malamdim, the best teachers, the best rebbeim and the like in the towns where we live, so we can keep them home, keep an eye on them, watch over them with tremendous love and affection, and help them become Talmidei Chachamim, Bnei Torah, people that will serve Hashem in the proper way. All the best.